Psychological tests must have two characteristics, and they are exactly. Valid and reliable makes sense, and it is right choice. A 9-year-old has the mental age of a 6-year-old. What's her IQ? Correct response. 67 is the most accurate answer. What is another word for the way an issue is presented to you? Smart move. Framing is an accurate answer. 3 intelligence theory: analytical, creative, and practical. Right again. Robert Sternberg is a valid answer. The conscious, affective desires and wants that guide behavior. Great job. Values is the accurate answer. Which of these is not a difference between males and females? Nice work. You chose recovery rates, and it is correct. Conscientiousness belongs to one of the 5 biggest traits of. You're right. Personality is the correct answer. Wechsler's Adult Intelligence Scale Research and Development. Well done. David Wechsler is the right choice. Intelligence that involves reading comprehension and writing. Perfect. Verbal linguistic intelligence is the correct choice. Respond with the best matchup answer. Emotional intelligence. Sharp thinking. Individual differences in learning is the right choice. Which of the following is not a requirement of a good test? Excellent. Reification is a brilliant choice. A positive or negative feeling or mental state of readiness. Right choice. Attitudes is the best answer. Which learning style am I? I learn by seeing maps and graphs. Good thinking. Visual is the right answer. Aptitude tests are to dash as achievement tests are to dash. Strong choice. Future performance. Current competence is the right answer. The average 12-year-old child has a mental age equal to. Well picked. 12 is the correct answer. Analytic thinkers, dash, is more active than the other side. Solid response. Left brain is a valid choice. Selective breeding for desirable characteristics is called. Great thinking. Eugenics is the right choice. Learning methods that emphasize meaning and understanding. Nice selection. Deep learning is the correct and valid answer. Which learning style is this? I learn by working in groups. Good job. Your answer, social, works well here. Respond with the best matchup answer. Learning objectives. Clear logic. Your choice standard and assessment is sound and 100% true. When intelligence scores are graphed, they should create. Nicely done. A normal bell curve is a solid answer. Psychoanalytic theory of personality was contributed by. On track. Sigmund Freud is the correct answer. The most commonly used individual intelligence test is. Excellent choice. Wechsler Intelligence Scales is the right answer. 96% of people fall within 30 points of what X score. Valid point. 100 is true. Which is not an ability that constitute the aptitude. You chose fun chunks of words sensitivity, and it is correct. individual differences in people mainly influence our. You got it. Your choice, personality, and abilities is right. Which of these is not a physiological effect of age? Correct. Skill level is the right answer. What are the two types of cognitive learning styles? Smart pick. Field independent, field dependent is the correct choice. Personality of a person is exhibited mostly by dash. Well reasoned. The person's psychological characteristics is the correct choice. Type theory of personality had divided people into. Bravo. Extroverts and introverts is the answer. Intrinsic motivation is an important component of. Bravo. Creativity is the answer. According to Sternberg, street smart comes under. Valid point. Practical intelligence is true. Which learning style is this? I learn by listening. You're right. Auditory is the correct answer. Emotional intelligence is a critical component of. Solid response. Social intelligence is a valid choice. Boys are most likely to outperform girls in a. Well-reasoned. Chess tournament is the correct choice. Respond with the best matchup answer. Motivation. Right again. Individual differences in learning is a valid answer. Efficiency in lexical access is related to dash. You chose reading speed, and it is correct. Validity is to reliability as dash is to dash. Perfect accuracy. Consistency is the correct choice. Sports are separated into age groups because. Excellent choice. Safety and fairness is the right answer. General intelligence development and research. Correct response. Charles Spearman is the most accurate answer. Characteristics, tendencies, and temperaments. Exactly. Personality makes sense, and it is right choice. Respond with the best matchup answer. Culture. Strong choice. Learning and diversity is the right answer. Formal operational thought is most similar to. Nice work. You chose fluid intelligence, and it is correct. Which of these does not decrease with age? Nice selection. Experience is the correct and valid answer. Which of these is a short-term disability? Clear logic. Your choice. Temporary is sound and 100% true. Who developed the Stanford Binet AQ test? Well picked. Lewis Terman is the correct answer. Which is a type of diversity in students? Correct. All of those is the right answer. Which number represents the average IQ? Good thinking. 100 is the right answer. Factors influencing perception is dash. Great job. Stereotyping is the accurate answer. How consistent a test's results are. You got it. Your choice reliability is right. Abstracts beyond the original ideas. Great thinking. Creative thinker is the right choice. Age divisions are designed to dash. On track. Keep players safe is the correct answer. People use cognitive abilities too. Good job. Your answer, all true, works well here. Which of these increases with age? Smart pick, skill level, is the correct choice. Early intervention can improve. Right choice. All of the above is the best answer. Poses unforeseen questions. Sharp thinking? Gifted learner is the right choice. The actual age of a person. Well done. Chronological age is the right choice. Components of attitude is smart move. Affect cognition. Behavior is an accurate answer. Average range is nicely done. 85-115 is a solid answer. Types of motivation. Excellent. Integrative, instrumental, resultative, intrinsic is a brilliant choice. How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format. Strong choice. Contact Narayan Changda is the right answer.